Viewers. So for today, we have the study guide, okay, for internals who are writing the exam. Please, dear pupils and so forth, teachers, okay, as you are doing your final revision, try to see through question by question, the question position, okay, on how you can address your pupils and then also how you can study as a pupil. So in this guide, I've taken it step by step for questions that are highly probable, not to say high probable, but the questions and the framework that are always present in each and every exam paper. Okay, so I've done section A, and then also I'll do section B. Okay, so let's get started. So we have to take note of these topics. Please, these topics you have to study them step by step because we have 20 topics in section A. So always note that there are 20 topics there. Okay, 20 questions. So those 20 questions have their topic on which they are given. So for each topic, I'll make a video of it and then I'll try to upload in the channel so that you have an effective preparation for your exam. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. So when it comes to the first question of section A, always the examiner will ask about the constitution. Okay, so you have to know what a constitution is, and then also you need to know the constitution making process. Okay, and then also the ways in which the constitution can be amended, especially the rigid constitution. You need to know the bodies that can amend the rigid constitution, and then also the flexible constitution. Okay, and then also you need to know the forms of constitution, and then also types of constitutions. So you have to take note of it. Okay, so this topic, please, you take it serious. The first question. So this first question is even present in section B. Okay, so let's look at question 2. So question 2, we have the electoral systems. Okay, you have to revise through the electoral systems, mixed proportionality systems, first past the post, okay, single member majority system, okay. You have to look at the plurality system, and then also you need to look at characteristics of elections in good governance. Okay, so this is very, very important as you are preparing effective for your exam. All right, so let's look at question 3. So question 3, you have to look at citizenship. Okay, so citizenship, we have the first, okay, where citizenship was originated. You have to look at that. Then also you have to look at Jasoli and then Jasangwis when it comes to blood relation and then also place of birth. You have to look at this so serious, and then also you look at duties and responsibility of a citizen. Okay, and then types of naturalized citizenship. So this is when you're preparing question 3. Okay, so this is multiple choice. So in multiple choice there are also topics which the examiner focuses on. So I had to gather all the ideas from all papers, how papers are given, and then I came up with this framework. So this framework is not only for this paper, it is for even other papers that will come in the future. Okay, so let's look at the other one. So the fifth question, but the fourth one there, okay, it is also about naturalized citizenship. Okay, they will give questions on naturalized citizenship also. That's why I skipped question 4 because it's just the same as question 3. Okay, so there are 2 items that are given. So this topic is also present here. Okay, so sometimes they even repeat the questions. So there you have to, this part takes up question 3 and then also question 4. And then on the other side we have question 5. Question 5, you have to study corruption. So if you have even the past papers, okay, the daploids, you can pass through all the question papers, you see the same are given on to you. Okay, you find question 5 is always about corruption. So you need to know types of corruption, bodies that fight against corruption, okay, like the anti-corruption, the parliament, okay, and then the T's, okay, and then also you need to know what extortion is, okay, what a bribe is, and then you have to know exactly what forms of corruption. You need to know kickback, you need to know payment in kind, okay, and then also you have to know other particular terms that are related to forms of corruption, okay. So that is question 5. Let's try to look at question 6. So question 6, you have to study on culture, okay. So you need to know types of culture, okay, and then also you need to know cultural diversity, okay. Even in societal core values, you need to know societal core values. So the societal core values, you have to go through them as you are studying question 6, okay. And then also characteristics of culture, you need to know these as you are studying, okay. This is for question 6, okay. So when you check all the past papers, you see the same, okay, from 20 starting from 2016 up to 2024, you'll see the same things that are given, okay. And then let's try to look at question 7. So question 7, you have to study substance abuse, okay. So you study institutions that fight substance abuse, like the Drug Enforcement Commission, okay. And then also you need to know the society, how can a society combat substance abuse, okay. And then also at the effects of substance abuse, okay. And then also you need to know the street names of substances like heroin. What are the street names of heroin? What are the street names for cannabis? And then what are the street names for cocaine, okay. Then also you need to know the role of the medicine regulatory authority, okay. So you have to know this as you are effectively preparing for question 7, okay. So you see all the question papers, we have question 7. So all these items, basically they are part and parcel of the exam. If you want to get a 1 in civic education, you take these into consideration, okay. And then also you question 8, you look at the Bill of Rights, okay. So you have to study the Bill of Rights, okay. And then also the adoption of the Bill of Rights, and then also you look at the articles. So I hope your teachers, or maybe you are as a teacher, okay, you have the notes on the articles. So you have to give out the articles so that at least pupils, they are aware of the articles and so forth. Even me, I will make a video on these on my channel, okay. I'll try to put up the Bill of Rights, the articles, and then also we have the other documents that are not that are legally binding. Like for example, we have ICCPR, okay, and then ICESCR. Then we have CRC, and then also we have CEDAW. Okay, so these are documents. Okay, so I will try to make a video on these so that we are together in this emergency preparation. Okay, so going to question 9. So question 9, we have the civil society. Okay, so you have to take into an account the civil society. What are the roles of the civil society? Okay, and then also you need to know the definition of a civil society, because from the definition they can ask you many questions on it. Okay, and then also you need to know the classification of the civil society. I hope you did the classification. Like for example, we have industrial organizations, we have others, we have international organizations, okay, and so forth. So you have to look at that. Then also you look at the characteristics of the civil society. It is very important to look at this, okay. And then also on the other side, we have question 10. Question 10, you have to know banking, okay. So banking, you have to know micro and macro financial institutions, and then the services they give. And then also you need to know how to calculate interest. So I'll put a question, I'll put these calculations, I'll make a video of these, I'll put them in my channel so that you see exactly on banking and then how to calculate interest, okay. And then also you have to know the services of the bank. What are some of the services which the bank gives, okay. And then also on the other side, you have to know the insurance policy. Okay, so you have to know why is the insurance policy given, and then also types of insurance policy, and then the type of covers which each insurance policy has. Okay, so please watch my videos. I'll be making more videos regarding civic education so that you give a testimony of the outcomes. Okay, and then we have it. The other one that we have, it is about. The other question is C, question 11. So question 11, we have gender. So we have to know what gender, what type of violences. So you need to know the types of violences. Okay, so if you can remember, we have physical violence and then indirect violence. So you have to know this thoroughly. Like physical violence, which involve kicking, slapping, and then also punching or hitting someone with a physical object. You need to know these parts, okay? And then also we have indirect violence. So indirect violence, you have to know oral insults, okay? And then also we have harassment, okay? And then also we have other ones like we have even we have even so many others to say. I can say we have many, okay, that have to do with the mind. So mostly indirect violence has to do with the mind, okay, usage of words, oral words, and so forth. So you have to know exactly indirect violence. And then also you need to know some terms. Some terms are very important as you are preparing for this question. So you can check out the past papers and then see exactly what I mean by these. So we have gender gap, we have gender mainstreaming, and then we have stereotyping, we have sex roles, and then also we have gender equity, and then also we have gender equality. Those terms you have to know them, okay? And then also you need to know the institutions that address gender-based violence, like the Victim Support Unit, you have to know it, and then also other non-governmental organizations, like the Women's Lobby Group, you have to know those ones, and so forth. Even the Young Women Christian Association, you have to know that, okay? As you are preparing for question 11, okay? And then also moving on to question 12. So question 12, you have to know teenage pregnancies, okay? You have to know exactly the difference between rape and defilement, okay? And then ways of resisting rape. And then also we have re-entry policy. You have to know the importance of re-entry policy, okay? And then also the reasons against the re-entry policy. So you have to take note of this. You have to look for notes for these things, okay? As you are preparing for studies, okay? So moving on to the other side, okay? So on the other side there on question 13, on question 13 we have the legal system, okay? So we have the legal system, and then you have to know the burden of proof, okay? The rights of the prisoner, okay? I hope we know the rights of the prisoner, okay? So the rights of the prisoner, and then also stage in the pre-trial, the stages in pre-trial, okay, in the court system, okay. So you have to know the stages, okay. And then also you need to know which court is at the same rank as the high court. So you have to know that, okay. And then also you need to know some terms like the habeas corpus and so forth, those terms which are related. And then also you need to know crimes, okay. So you need to know crimes like we have crimes of basic intent, and then crimes of specific intent. You have to know that. You have to go through that, okay, as you are preparing for question 13. And then also we have question 14. So question 14, we have conflict, okay. So here they will ask question on conflict, and then they'll ask you causes of conflict. What are causes of conflict? And then what are methods of resolving conflict? So when it comes to causes, you need to know history. You explain on history, or let me not say explain. They'll give you questions, mixed answers. What could be the causes of conflicts? Like in 2024 and so many others, they may say all the question papers that have been written before, they have these similar items you see from. So you have to know the causes of conflict, okay, like history, ethnicity, poverty, and also we have even injustice. You need to know those, okay? And then also method of resolving conflict. You need to know the methods of resolving conflict. Like for example, we have arbitration, okay? We have also the other ones like negotiation, okay? And then also you have to know methods like um, mitigation, okay? And so forth. So those methods you have to know them. And then also we have to know the positive and negative impact of conflict, okay. So you have to know the impacts of conflict, okay. And then also you have to know the rights of the prisoner. What are some of the rights of the prisoner, Okay, so you have to know that. Okay, and then you can also look at some conflicts in Africa. What are causes of conflict in Africa? Okay, so we have territorial control, okay, minerals and so forth. You have to know that. Even the region is one of it. You have to know that as you are preparing for question 24. Okay, and then let's look at question 15. So 15 we have child labor. Okay, so you need to know what is child labor. Now they'll ask you questions on child labor. Okay, and then ways of addressing child labor. Okay, so we have ways like reporting to the police, okay, and so forth. So there you have to know this, and then also you have to know the convention or the convention for the rights of a child. Okay, you have to know the CRC, and then you need to know the principles. What are the principles? So there are notes about the principles like best interest of the child, okay, and so forth. So you have to know those, and then also the protocols of the CRC. You have to know the first optional protocol and then the second optional protocol. That is important as you are preparing for question 15. Okay, so always take note that these questions are found on each question number. All right. So we have question 16. So question 16 is about the national development. Okay, national developmental planning. And then also you need to know the goals. Okay, goal one and then the 2020 vision, for example, what it states. Okay, you have to know that. So when you take the past papers, you see all the question papers, they'll ask about this question. Okay, so please take this into consideration as you are effectively preparing for the exam. Okay, so and then also we have question 17. Question 17 is about poverty. You have to know poverty and its measurement. Okay, so when it comes to poverty, you have to know what is meant by absolute poverty, human poverty index, income perspective, and then metric poverty line. So please always take note of this. Okay, you have to know poverty. If you don't have notes, I will try to. You can contact on my line, and then I'll give you the notes about these. Okay, on WhatsApp. Okay, and then also we have question 18. So question 18 is about the environmental studies. Okay, you have to know what is meant by biodegradable. Okay, what are biodegradable substances? Those ones that decay. You need to know what are biodegradable substances, those which decay. And then also you need to know non-biodegradable substance, those that do not decay. And then also you need to know waste management. Okay, like in 2024, this question came. All times it comes. Okay, you need to know method of waste management. And then the role of the Zambian Environment Management Authority. What do the Zambian Environment Management Authority do? Okay, ZEMA. And then also you need to know how to reduce the waste. Okay, so if you pass through the past papers, you see this question given onto you. Okay, so you have to know this question. Okay, you have to take note of this question number. And then also we have question 19. Question 19 is about global issues. You have to know what is meant by global culture. Okay, negative impact of global culture. Okay, so you have to know this. Okay, so you see off some notes about global culture. You effectively prepare about global culture and so forth, and then from there you at least have confidence when you're going an exam. All right, and then we have question 20. Question 20 is about the gross domestic products, gross national products, okay? The measurement and then the calculations. So here there are some calculations that we take, okay? As we are looking at the gross national product, gross domestic product, and so forth. All right. So, dear viewers, for this part, this is the first part which I've made, okay? I'll add section B and then also section C. I guide you exactly only what you can expect. Okay, so this guide is not only for 2024; it is also for other coming papers. Okay, so please watch out for the new ones. Always check in the video section. Okay, so that you are updated and then also you are part of the revision. Because for this guide, I'm also using it on my pupils. Okay, as they are doing their preparation. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, share and like the videos. Okay.